If you've been having trouble sticking to your New Year's diet, this video may just help you shake that sweet tooth. You'll be shocked to learn where the shell coating on your candy comes from, the hairy situation with bread, and the shocking but cool story of cheese. Prepare to be amazed by these 10 gross ways your food is made. Number 10. Gelatine. Meat purveyors have also found uses for the stuff they can't glue together and sell as prime cuts, like the skin, bones, and tendons of pigs and cows. These are first cut up into small chunks and then allowed to have a bath in either an acid or alkaline solution like vinegar that renders the collagen protein. The stuffed gelatine is made of soluble. This mixture is then boiled down a number of times at increasing temperatures, causing the collagen to dissolve better in the water. This process separates the collagen to form 3 layers, which can be separated, filtered, and concentrated into a fine powder known as gelatine. Yes, that's the stuff that makes your jello wobble. It's also used in marshmallows, gummy candy like Lifesaver gummies or gummy bears, and other jelly, desserts, or candy. Number 9. A cut above. Prime cuts of beef and other meats can be expensive, but if you fork out for these cuts, are you getting what you pay for? Well, in many cases, not exactly. An ingredient called transglutaminase can be used as something called meat glue. It's an enzyme that binds with proteins and causes pieces of meat to stick together. So a restaurant can turn scraps of meat into something that looks like a prime cut, like a fillet. This is a frequently used practice to stick together the thinner ends of fillets in order to make one single uniform and thick piece that can sell for more. When the meat is still raw, you can see where the pieces are stuck together, but once it's cooked, like in a restaurant, it's impossible to tell the difference. This practice is prohibited in places like the EU, but not in countries like Australia, since the outsides of the stuck together chunks harbor more bacteria. Stuck together steaks could give you food poisoning if cooked rare, because those parts on the outside that are now on the inside are harder to cook thoroughly. So if you're buying meat at a butcher, examine it carefully before you state your claim on that steak. Number 8. Human hair in bread. Bread takes a lot of heat these days, usually for containing carbs, but there are bigger problems with that bread. L-cysteine is a common ingredient found in bread and other baked goods, such as bagels. The most common sources of this amino acid are human hair and duck feathers. Human hair, as a source of L-cysteine, is banned in the European Union and Canada, but it can be used in other parts of the world. Some synthetic versions are available, but you can't tell how the L-cysteine was produced when you see it on the label. So the next time you complain about finding a hair in your sandwich, keep in mind, there might already be some you can't see in the bread. Number 7. Fish bladders in beer. Many people like to kick back and relax with a nice cold beer. Alcohol manufacturers know people like a clear-looking beer, so to remove particles after the brewing process, they filter the beer. There are several things used as filters, including isinglass, fish swim bladders that are extracted and dried, so they can be used to remove particles when beer is made. Also, propylene glycol, which is used to de-ice airplanes, is sometimes used in the brewing process. Manufacturers of alcohol products are not required to disclose their ingredients or processing info, so consumers don't necessarily know if there's something fishy about their beer. Don't be bitter about it. Number 6. Goat or cow stomach lining in cheese. Many people love cheese, but some varieties get their distinctive flavor from an ingredient called rennet. It's an enzyme extracted from the stomach of a cow, sheep, or goat. Rennet helps curdle the milk, turning it into cheese and giving it that cheesy flavor. Rennet for cheese making is produced by slicing up a calf's stomach, soaking it in whey in wine or vinegar, and then filtering it. The enzyme can also be produced by bacteria, and some cheeses use these microbial enzymes, but some varieties, especially expensive ones, still use rennet. So the next time someone takes a picture and asks you to say cheese, you might want to say goat stomach lining instead. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it though, does it? Number 5. Coal tar yellow and blue foods. If you enjoy cereal or brightly colored snacks like candy and chips, you may have wondered where all those colors come. In the case of red coloring, carmine is sometimes used. This is a dye made from crushed beetles that often appears in red-colored candies. But what about yellow? Well, if the ingredients list says yellow, number 5, or tartrazine, you're eating an ingredient derived from coal tar. Yellow number 5 is banned in Europe due to its link to hyperactivity in children, but it's still legally used in foods in the US. Other food dye colors like Blue Lake are also derived from coal tar, so you can taste the rainbow of artificial colors. Number 4. Jet fuel in cereal. When pondering about the many mystery ingredients in your cereal box, you may wonder about more than the list of food dyes. If the innocent-looking acronym BHD catches your attention, you might be surprised to learn it's actually butylated hydroxytoluene. Okay, we see why they went with BHT for short. BHT is an antioxidant, which sounds like something healthy. But this one is also used as a fuel additive in petroleum products like jet fuel. Oh, and they put it in embalming fluid too. Another alphabet soup additive TBHQ is used in things like nail polish remover and chicken nuggets. Number 3. Plump chickens. While most of us want to look slimmer, the poultry industry wants its chickens to look plumper. Even though meat is usually sold by weight, many people overlook the label and grab the largest looking chicken. Of course, we also sometimes blame the numbers on the scale on holding water, and chicken manufacturers know they can solve both problems by making their chickens bloated. They take the chickens and inject salt water into the meat, making them expand so they look plumper and also adding weight. It's basically plastic surgery for your food. Yes, they're too chicken to let the bird sell on its own merits. Number 2. Candy shell coating. The shiny, smooth surface of candies with a shell coating looks so perfect. You might be surprised how the candy manufacturer achieves that finish. The ingredients list usually calls this shellac resinous glaze or confectioner's glaze, but those are all just different words for Beetlejuice. No, not the TV and movie character with a striped pants. Shellac is a substance secreted by the female lac insect after it consumes tree bark. The resin is collected, heated, filtered, and mixed with alcohol to create the resinous glaze you see on your candy-coated snack. And it's used on everything from certain brands of jelly beans to chocolate-covered raisins. Number 1. Ice cream with extra Beaver anal glands. If you're enjoying some vanilla or strawberry ice cream right now, you might freeze after you hear what could be in it. When a manufacturer lists natural flavors on the ingredients list, it can mean practically anything. In the case of vanilla ice cream and also strawberry and raspberry flavored treats, this can mean castoreum, a substance secreted by beaver anal glands. Yeah, you heard that right. That ice cream could contain parts of a beaver's butt, especially if it uses natural vanilla flavor instead of real vanilla. Fortunately, vanilla is somewhat easier to produce in castoreum, so some ice cream manufacturers don't use it. Who wants to milk a beaver butt anyway? Just to be on the safe side, look for an ice cream that lists recognizable ingredients without a hazy natural vanilla flavors notation on the label. What weird thing were you surprised to learn was in your food? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss a video.